Hi, good morning all. Welcome to English online class. This video has been recorded as part of ICET Public School online classes. Today our subject is English. This video is for grade 9 and 10. The topic of the discussion where we have stopped in the last class, we are continuing the same topic. Today we are moving on to the next part, the second part of the poem. We were discussing in the last class the poem written by Dahl television. Today is part 2 we are going to discuss. In part 1 we were discussing and analyzing the poet's vision about television, how he considered television, and he used the word monster and stupid thing, and is installed in every home. Children are addicted to it, fascinated to that television set. This is what we discussed, and at the end of the class we concluded that the poet was telling the consequences of watching television continuously, and he wrote the lines in bold letters, in capital letters, in order to emphasize the importance of that message. He said, he asked the parents whether have you ever stopped to think the consequences this monster makes on your beloved your beloved children, we said. And he was explaining the consequences. It destroys the sense, of imagination. It mixes up the reality and fantasy, and they will become unable to identify it. They can't face the real world. They may think the reality also is as of what they have watched on the television, and the power of thinking that will get rested, and it will freeze, and he cannot think, he can only see. This is what we explained in the first part of the television. Now we are moving on to the second part of the lesson. Please keep on watching these explanations. Very simple, and the poem contains nearly 100 lines, but it is very simple message written in simple manner, so you can study it by watching this video itself. Alright, you will cry. Alright, you will say, but if we take this set away, what shall we do to entertain our darling children? Please explain. We will answer this by asking you, what used the darling ones to do? How used they keep themselves contented? Contented means happy or satisfied, themselves being happy. In these lines, poet is expressing the situation what may happen if the parents take away the television set from their home. And the poet started, I know, alright, you will cry, children will cry, and you may ask me, parents may ask me, but if we take the television set away, then how we can entertain, how our children will get an entertainment? They also need to entertain, how they will. So I will explain you. Can you answer a question how they were doing before this monster was invented? We will answer this by asking you what used the darling ones to do, how used they keep themselves contented, how they became happy, at what time, before this monster was invented, how they what they were doing. Have you forgotten? Don't you know? We will say it very loud and answer. They used to read, they had read and read and read and then processed. This is what. Before, if you take away that television set, children will cry, and so how we can give an entertainment to our children? I'm asking you, you can answer to my question. Before this monster was invented, how you become contented, how you become satisfied? So don't you know it? And the poet is reminding of those before this television set. And again, the poet used the capital letters to emphasize the importance of the message in the poetry, that he says that they used to read, and he did not stop that word. They had read and read and read and read and then processed. So it means that they were keeping on reading books in those times, and they got entertainment in that by reading books. This is what the poet says. Process means to get ahead, means to continue. Then processed means that then they, like that, they were doing the things what they were going ahead. To read some more. Great Scott, Gadzooks, one half their lives was reading books. The nursery shelves held books galore. Books clutters up the nursery floor, and in the bedroom by the bed more books were waiting to be read. It was the system. Then now the poet is trying to visualize, trying to give a vision or a picture about those times, how the children were getting entertained. It is said that by reading. So reading in the sense that this was the style of the children. This was the situation of home and school those times. He says that to read some more. Great Scott, Gadzooks are, it means that these are expressing surprise. Great Scott, great, that means a way of, and this is also exclamation of surprise. Great Scott, Gadzooks, one of their lives was reading books. A person's, if we take his entire age, definitely in those time, the one of the half he might have or she might have spent on reading books. And they were reading from the very early childhood onwards. The nursery shelves held books galore, means in large quantities, in abundance, that the nursery shelves were completely filled with many books, even the nursery rhymes. Books clutters up the, cluttered, we have learned the word before. Cluttered means scattered. Books scattered up the nursery floor. Over the nursery floor, complete, that books scattered. And in the bedroom, situation was the situation in bedroom also, books were scattered. And by the bed also, more books were waiting to be read, and there were many books to be read in those times. Like that. After that, then the next few lines. Such wondrous, fine, fantastic tales of dragons gypsies, queens, and whales, and treasure isles, and distant shores were smugglers rowed with muffled oars, and pirates wearing purple pants. These were the these were the imaginations of those times. These were the talk of the children those times. These were the concept of the children those times. These were the books they were reading and they were imagining. Such wondrous, such wonderful, fine, fantastic tales of dragons they were reading. Of dragons. Dragons, gypsies means that is traveling people, wanderers, and they are having no home and have no vehicle or facility, walking and keep on traveling on the earth. Such people are called gypsies, and they were reading the books about gypsies, and it will be very nice and beautiful, wonderful, fantastic tales. It was about the gypsies. They are traveling one place to another place. The gypsies are keep on going, and the big stories about queens and whales and treasure isles. As means a small island. So our that means the stories related to island. There was once upon a time in the land of Lilliput and all. You might have heard the stories of. So that stories is maybe related to whales or treasure of island or any other distant shores were smuggling. Any far away there was a shore. The story may start like that, and the story related to smugglers. They rowed with muffled means silent oars, and those smugglers, I think smugglers means illegally they are transporting things illegally. They are called smugglers, and that smugglers, they will move through this sea and using their oars means the instrument they are using to row. That is just like the two end of it will be just like blade like that. Using that they are rowing, then using that one very silently the smugglers are moving. The story is related to that. And pirates, yes, African pirates and all we might have heard, and they will take away the ships of others, and they will loot the things, money and the valuable things from the ship, like that. So those pirates wearing purple pants, in the stories always they narrate the stories of pirates made to give a kind of imagination. They used to give purple pants, they wear purple pants. So in those stories they were reading in those times. So I hope you understood these lines, and these are the content or the small glance at the stories what they were reading those time before the TV set was invented. These were their topic. And sailing ships, not only that, continuing the same, and the stories of and sailing ships were moving on through the ocean, and elephants, stories about elephant, and stories about cannibals. You might have heard it, people who eat human flesh. And then the authors will narrate stories about the cannibals, they how they eat the other human being, how they treat, like that they will. So it's a story, only stories about elephants and ships sailing through the ocean, and the way about whales, about cannibals crouching round the pot. And crouching means that bending low, means cannibals they eat the other human. That means a pot will be there. So crouching means that they will move like that, bending their knees, and they bending their upper part of the body down, moving. That is what called crouching round the pot. Then stirring away at something hot, and they will be stirring something hot. Nobody knows they are what they are cooking, what they are means stirring hot, like that. The story, this type of narration, it smells so good. What it can be, good gracious, is pilobi. That means is a, I will tell you, that is, this is the gracious. Gracious means kind, that smell very kind. Then Penelope means the faithful wife of Odysseus. It's a myth character. They are going to cook this faithful wife of Odysseus. So just like our in our Sita we consider. So Sita is also being considered as a faithful wife. Like that, in Rome they considered, is from a Greek mythology, there is a character name of a, understand, this is the name of a character, that is Penelope. Penelope we pronounce it, and so she is the faithful wife. So others will create stories about that. Cannibals are eating her, like this. The younger ones had, these were the topic, understand. These were the, what we said, that they will read the stories about whales, we said. They will read stories about the sheep, elephants, cannibals, and then about gypsies, and all these were the, and many other like that. Many such kind of about such kind of things they were reading the story, who the children were reading. Now the younger ones, they were, what they were doing, what they were reading. The younger ones had Beatrix Potter. Beatrix Potter is a writer, an English writer from London, and the younger ones had Beatrix. So the younger ones were reading the books of Beatrix. Example, in this poetry, the poet also give a tribute to this author Beatrix Potter. Beatrix Potter with Mr. Todd, the dirty rotter. The younger ones, the elder people were reading the stories of this person, stories of this author. With Mr. Todd is one of the famous character of his book. This is the, here you can see on the screen, this is what the Beatrix Potter. And this Beatrix Potter has written many stories. In that, one of the very popular one, the most popular character is Mr. Todd. They were reading that, who is the dirty rotter. Is a famous English author. That rotter means an unkind person. This Mr. Todd is an unkind person. Stories about Mr. Todd. This Mr. Todd is an unkind person, the dirty rotter, that is mean. So they were reading his stories. Here now is explaining about his stories. That is English author. Beatrix is another stories, and Squirrel Nutkin, Pickling Bland, and Mrs. Tiggy Wink, and just how the camel got his hump, and how the monkey lost his rump, and Mr. Todd, and bless my soul, there is Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. These all. So don't feel very tough, and I'm not understanding what does it mean. These are nothing but the stories written by Beatrix. So this some explanations, and Squirrel Nutkin is a character. Pickling Bland is the name of another character written by him, and Mr. Tiggy Wink is another name of the story. And just how the camel got is a theme of the story. How the camel got his hump. Hump means at the back of the camel there will be a hump. On the road we can see hump, no? Same like that, a hump we can see. How the camel got that is a then we can write a story about this. That means just using imaginations. And finally the story conclude, this is the way camel got the hump, like that. So this who is reading this, these stories read by the younger ones, not the very small one, not the nursery children, but the younger ones. They were reading like this type of books they were reading. These are the characters they were learning, they were reading. And it will have a science background also, it will connect. And how the monkey lost his rump, means how it lost his back, the back end of, means the tail, how it lost, means talking about the revolutionary theory. That means how the evolution that happened. So we believe, or science says that the evolution take place from the monkeys, the human being. So how they lost the tail. So the stories will be written about that. And another some popular characters like and Mr. Todd, and blessed my soul, there is Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. And the poet is just remembering his childhood characters and famous authors and the themes of stories. These were the entertainment given those times. Then continuing the next lines, he says, oh books, what books they used to know, those children living long ago. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Then fill the shelves with lots of books, ignoring all the dirty looks, the screaming and yells, the bites and kicks, and children hitting you with the sticks. Fear not, fear not, because we promise you. What in this lines he says that he is just like a lamenting, just like a thinking about the past in his olden days. Books, what books they used to know in those times. How many books the children know? Those children living long ago, such type of children were living long ago, reading many books. So that's why, please, oh please, I beg you, we pray, go throw your TV set. Finally is coming to the conclusion. The poet is coming with the strong words to the parents, and poet is conveying the central message of the poem, that nothing, in this poem what the poet says that go throw your TV set away. So is coming to that level now, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Then fill the shelves with lots of books, ignore all the dirty looks. So if over the wall, if there is any dirty looks is there, you can cover it with bookshelves and install books. Too much books you can install in that shelf. Then the poet is telling that if we are doing so, if we are going to throw away the television set now, the result also he predicts that the screams and yells, children will definitely, they will scream, they will cry, and they will bite and kicks, and children hitting you with the sticks. But the thing, don't fear, fear not, don't fear, because we promise you that in about a week or two, within 1 week or two of having nothing else to do, they will now begin to feel the need of having something to read. And once they start, oh boy, you watch the slowly growing joy that fills their hearts. They will grow so keen. If you throw away the television set, definitely they will scream, they will cry, they will hit you, they will kick you, they will bite you, but you don't fear, because I promise you that in about a week the children will make problems, a week or 2 weeks of having nothing. So within that 1 or 2 weeks, the children having nothing to do else, they will now begin to feel the need of having something. And they also, as they have nothing to do, they also feel something for entertainment, and slowly they will come to read. They will start to read, and once they start, oh boy, oh boy, you can watch, to the parents, you can watch slowly growing joy in them. And once they start reading books, slowly the joy that will start in them, that fills their heart, that make them happy. Fills their heart means that joy will fill their heart. They will grow so keen, means interested, and they will become more and more interested to read books, and they will be more interested with this type of stories, and to write stories, read stories, and fill the shelves with more books, and in daytime, nighttime, bedtime, waking up time, and definitely they will become very interested students, and they will connect to the real world and the reality, and they can listen, and they can see, they can hear, and all the senses will work properly if you are doing. And the poet says in the next lines, they will wonder what they had ever seen in that ridiculous machine, that nauseating, foul, unclean, repulsive television screen. And later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did. And the poem concludes like this: after 1 or 2 weeks, they will wonder what they had ever seen. So what they are seeing in that ridiculous machine, and they also will surprise in those what we were watching, what we had been watching in that ridiculous machine. After started to read the books, how beautiful and joy and giving entertainment. And before, what we had been watching in that stupid machine, that ridiculous means stupid machine, that nauseating, that disgusting, hatred, disgusting machine, and foul, unclean, and repulsive also means unpleasant, unhappy television screen. So now he has used many words to describe the television screen. The television screen is ridiculous, nauseating, foul, unclean, repulsive. And later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did. Later, they will love you for what you have did now. What you did? Throw away the television set. For that, they will love you. First, they will kick, they will bite you, they will scream, they will yell. Don't worry, I will promise you, within 1 week or 2 weeks, they will get back to that. As they have nothing to do else, they will start reading. Then they will get contented. They will get that means addicted to books, and the heart will fill with joy. This is what. And next, this is what the poem. Now I am concluding, but the time is going. That is why so the remaining, all the other part, the technical devices used in the poems and the question answers and the other, all we will discuss in the later. This is what the poem. You may please, at least you may watch 2 times both the videos, first part and second part also. This is not a break time. Here we conclude this, and with a small activity you can do it if you can, and send the answers to me also if you can. This is very simple one actually. This just for make your brain this refresh, or your mind feel something other than this. That is why I am using this kind of means presentations. Just watch this. This is what I am giving you as 10 questions, that is emoji question. You can read the emojis. All are the names of vegetables. I am going to show here some emojis. Connecting that emojis, you can make out a name of a vegetable. So please put one, take a piece of paper, and put 1 2 3, that 1 to 10. First of all, you can put that 1 to 10 numbers down. You can write all the serial number of 1 to 10. Then what you are watching now, you may write quickly in that piece of paper, and if you get all the answers, you can pause the video also, because I am moving a little faster in this. Sorry. What is this? This is the name of a vegetable. Can you say? Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And the last one is here. Just you may send your answers to me. I will look into that. I am waiting for your answers here. Thank you, dear children. Thank you again for watching my videos, and we will meet the next day with a new topic. Till then, take a break, be in home, and be safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.